Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tim here from Review It, and today we are going to be doing a review on something that most people actually look over when it comes to their technical setup. This is actually going to be the router that they use to actually connect all their devices to it and connect to the internet through that. Most people will look over this and go with the one that is provided with their internet service provider, but you can actually get a lot better of a router if you do go out and buy one yourself. The router that we're going to be reviewing is going to be the Linksys Velop. This is one of their newer mesh system routers that they actually have out. And let's go ahead and dive down in to why this is such a great unit. Alright you guys, so we're going to go ahead and dive down in. So when you first get the box, you can see the color scheme that they do have on this box is very, very nice. So they have the nice blue to the pink with a very purple middle shade, which is very, very aesthetically pleasing. It really does catch your eye when it is in a store. You do see I did get the 3-pack, so there are 3 units in here. I did pull one of them out so you can actually see, as well as some other accessories that do come in the box, which is great as well. So this one does come with 3 nodes. You can get a 2-pack as well if you only need to. So that's a big, big plus. This is a modular system, so it's very, very great. But let's actually go ahead to the unit itself. So the unit itself is very aesthetically pleasing. You can see the very nice Linksys logo right on the bottom, nothing too flashy. It doesn't look like a normal router. It's just a very basic stand. It looks like a little skyscraper, which is pretty cool. So it does add some aesthetic appeal to a router, just because you are going to be putting this in places that you normally wouldn't put a normal router, such as like a home theater setup or something like that, so that you can spread these out throughout your entire house. You do see some holes through the back, just because this does have to cool. It doesn't have any fans or anything in it, so you do not have to worry about any noise on this, which is great. So it's just passively cooled through the air that's circulating around you. You do have an indicator light right on the top up there, so this lets you know whether or not it is in pairing mode, or if it's set up, if it's actually connected to the internet, stuff like that. Any indicator you need to know would be right up here. It does shine different colors, so that is a big plus as well. Now you'll see we do have the serial number and everything right over here, as well as the basic Wi-Fi setup information. So if you don't set up your own, all the information is right down there. And you do have a few ports down here. So you have 2 Ethernet ports, which are not labeled, as well as a power, a on-off switch, and a reset button. So that reset button, if you can see right down there, is actually not one that you need a pin to go ahead and press, which is a big plus. You do not need a pin to press that. As you can see, I'm just pressing it with my finger, so no more searching for pins or anything like that. So the reason why these aren't labeled is because of the fact that you can have one master hooked up to an Ethernet from your modem. If you're lucky enough to have Ethernet ran throughout your house, you can run the other nodes on Ethernet, but you can connect these wirelessly over the air for them to actually connect to the master. So these 2 ports would then become just 2 standard outputs versus being an input and an output. So that's a big, big plus just because of the modularity of it, but I do love that. Now, with that being said, you do get an Ethernet cable, a very nice long flat Ethernet cable, nice to keep it nice and cable managed, which is another big plus I did miss on this unit. This cable management, this is attention to detail right here. So you'll see it's nice little triangular, it keeps with a nice boxy feel, it does have a nice little cable management, so you can actually lay it flat wherever you're going to put it. That was a big thing that I had noticed, that I was like, hey, everyone should do something like this. You do have a nice little power brick. It is kind of big though, so you do have to worry about taking up another spot on your surge protector. Very long cable, so you don't have to worry about plugging it in and running it anywhere. You do get a nice little sticker as well. I actually do like this sticker. I like the color scheme that they went with, as well as the nice little Wi-Fi logo. It's a little bit different, and it does say the Linksys Velop, of course, to support their Linksys Velop. Now there are a few different reasons why people would go with this. First off, if you have a bigger house. So if you have a bigger house, This covers up to 6,000 square feet. So that's a big, big, big plus. So you have the ability to cover that square footage, and the connectivity is so quick. On Wi-Fi, I pay for 150 and I'm getting right around 170, which is very, very, very fast. More than what I actually pay for, but that's not normal. That's just what's being broadcasted right now. That's been consistent for right around a month and a half of when I've had the unit, and on Ethernet I'm getting right around anywhere from 180 to 200 depending on the time of day. So I am running on a shared network, so it's sharing throughout my community, so it depends on how many people are on during the day and everything like that, but I do pay for that 150, get the 170 on Wi-Fi, which is a big plus, and you do get right around 180 to 200 on the Ethernet. So the difference in speed on that, I'm not losing much when it comes to the Wi-Fi, which I was amazed with. And the fact that you can really prioritize on this. So I can set it to say, hey, send most of my bandwidth to my desktop computer, so that if someone else is doing something on it, I don't have to worry about them taking up that bandwidth. So that's a very big plus as well. And that is all actually done straight through the app. So it does have a Linksys app, which is very easy to set up. That's actually what you need to download in order to set this up, which is a big, big plus, just because it takes the hassle out of setting up a router. So most of the time people would have to call and say, how do you set this up? And they would need that tech support help and everything like that. This is literally just downloading an app, setting it up, making sure it's in pairing mode when this thing is purple, and then it'll pop up on your phone, connect to it via Bluetooth, and then set it all up straight through there, and you are good to go. And then you can adjust all the settings straight through the app. It's just a tilized thing, and you can actually go straight through there, adjust the privacy settings, adjust anything that's on the actual app. They are constantly updating it as well. I've actually had 3 or 4 updates since I've actually downloaded the app, which I did download right around a month and a half ago. So that was a big, big plus. So price versus performance, this is really where this one hits home. So it is a more expensive unit. You're getting that mesh system, which is the newer design of routers, because you're not losing any speed when it comes to adding an extender, because these are extenders and they're individual units themselves. So you're not losing anything when you do connect to another one. So that's a very, very big plus. But the performance on these, from what I've seen off of researching all the mesh networks, this is the best performance that you're going to receive in a mesh network on the market right now. So I can highly recommend these if you have a bigger household. If you're looking to, say you get a 2-pack if you have right around a 4,000 square foot house, this is just going to cover a lot of those dead spots that people will have, and from what I've seen, have had. We've had dead spots in our house that we no longer have. I can go down to a lake that's, say, 100 meters from my house. I still have Wi-Fi. It's ridiculous. So it's very, very neat to see how much these expand out, and the price that you're paying for them really is justifiable. So if you guys have any questions or anything about the Velop, if you want to see a setup on how to do it, feel free to leave a comment down below and we'll go ahead and do that for you, and I can show you exactly how to set them up and do some troubleshooting or anything like that if I do make a mistake. If you guys like the video, give it a huge, huge thumbs up. We do appreciate the support that you guys are giving us by liking the videos and subscribing to us. And if you guys are looking forward to future videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And this was Tim with Review It. You guys have a wonderful day.